Today we're talking about whether Belize is paradise or purgatory. Hello, I'm Chad.
And I'm Grace.
And this is our dog Queen.
And together we are
Two gringos and a dingo.
So we're going to talk about what makes it a paradise in our opinion. First off, the beautiful scenery that you have. The landscapes here are stunning. You have beautiful Caribbean blue water, beautiful beaches. You also have jungle if you like that sort of look. There's Mayan mountains, so it's a beautiful location.
Part of that beauty is the flora and the fauna. The diversity of life here is incredible.
It is.
It must be because it doesn't die out every year with the winter. But the plants bloom, the trees bloom. There's fresh fruit growing virtually everywhere. The amount of animals that you see just driving along the road is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like that type of thing, and I know Grace is a naturalist, she loves that kind of thing, you can spend a lifetime just trying to figure out what the animals and plants are here.
Another reason we think it's paradise is the people. We actually considered several different countries before we made the decision to live in Belize. And Belize people are so friendly. They're polite, they're kind, they're just wonderful. Wherever you are in the countryside, they're just lovely. So we like the attitude that they have. No one gets angry. I haven't found anybody getting angry or mad or whatever. The people are just beautifully friendly.
Then you can't discount the climate.
Right.
There are hurricanes here, but they're very few and far between. The steering currents take it more to the north. So you don't have Hurricane Alley like you do in Houston. The occasional hurricane that comes down here generally isn't as battering as the hurricanes that go further north. It is warm here. The average temperature is in the 80s. It's humid, so the 80s feel like the 90s. But you're not worrying about ice.
No.
You're not worrying about freezing pipes. You're not worried about driving on snow. You have to deal with occasional rain, which is what keeps the plants and animals alive. So the climate is a big plus.
Another big plus is the food. I've been very impressed with the food. I'm not a foodie type of person, but I've been really impressed with the food. It's very fresh. I find very little processed food. Everything is done from scratch, and it's presented very well, and it's much more healthy in my opinion. So food is definitely one of the things that makes it a paradise.
If you're thinking about retiring in Belize, taxes are a big plus. The property taxes are so low they're inconsequential.
Right.
$50 per acre of land. So we buy a half acre of land, our taxes are $25 a year. For a similar value property in the States, we were paying $17,000 a year in taxes. For property taxes. It's a huge difference. Also, if you earn money outside of Belize, you don't pay income tax on that money that comes in from outside of Belize. Doesn't keep you from paying taxes on it where you earn it, but it doesn't double tax you here. So taxes are a big plus. They do have a GST here, general sales tax, and it's 12.5%, which isn't small, but that's their major source of revenue. And you compare that to 8 1/3 in Houston, it's not that big a jump when you give up the other taxes.
Right. Another thing that we like about Belize is the slower pace of life. A lot of people say it's island time, even though we're not particularly on an island, but everything is a slower pace of life, which I find very good for my mind, body, and soul. So some people, I don't know, would appreciate the slower pace of life, but everything here moves slower. And when you're retired, that's okay, because we have all the time in the world that we need to do things, so I'm okay with it.
It doesn't hurt at all that it's an English-speaking country. All the contracts are in English. All the servers speak English. All the government employees speak English. It's a system of government that is very similar to the U.S. and the British and Commonwealth governments.
Right.
So if you're coming from a English-speaking country, you're not fluent in Spanish, in this part of the world, this is an obvious choice.
Another thing that makes it in the paradise category is its location. So for us, we're coming from the United States. So the proximity to the U.S. is ideal. It's an easy flight anywhere to the U.S. or to Canada.
The final item on our list is the cost of living. The cost of living here is, for many items, well below the cost in the United States. We've already talked about taxes being lower. The cost of insurance for your home is a third of what it would cost in the States. The food, you get high quality food, and the bill comes to you and you think, this is what I'd spend for lunch in the States, and here it's dinner with drinks and a dessert and an appetizer.
Right.
So the cost of living, there are some items that are more expensive. For the most part, it levels out, and the cost of living is considerably below the cost in the United States. No place is actually paradise. True. As long as you're still breathing. And this place is wonderful for people who like the strong points and can take the weak points. But there are both, right. And we'll try to cover some of the weak points in the next episode.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook and read our blog on Two Gringos and a Dingo on WordPress.com.